not as fond of being twins as a lot of the other ones.
Okay. Okay. No.
People mix up our names probably more than 5 times a day.
A lot of people don't even know we're twins. Like, a lot of people think they're seeing the same person like twice, and then I tell them that we're twins, they're like, oh, really?
People do tend to think we are the same person, like, or we always go, like, people will call us the twins or something like that, or just Clanna, or I'll be called Claire and she'll be called Hannah, and people are like, well, you probably just go by the other name anyway.
Every class period, people get our names wrong and they switch us up and they're like, Audra, come here, do this. I'm like, I'm not Audra, so I'm not gonna do it. And it just happens all the time. A teacher asked me if Audra was absent, and I was like, I am Audra, so no, they're just not smart.
Yeah. Well, it's done, yes, but Chucky's gonna come out. Hold on.
My childhood as a twin, I wasn't too fond of it.
In our childhood, we were best friends in our childhood. We would do everything together all the time. Always hug. Yeah, we were just so cute. We were. Yeah.
My parents used to dress us up the exact same way, except it would be the same as design, but it would be different colors. Bridget would get blue, and I would get pink. So pink was the worst color to me back then, and it still is.
Our childhood as twins, it was pretty cool. Until we were about 6, we dressed the same. Like, we had 2 of every outfit in our house. Everybody thought we were so special. Oh, you're twins, that's so cute. Yeah.
Oh, and we also had our own language, apparently. I don't remember that far back. But yeah, it was no more than gibberish, but we could understand each other. So my parents were worried that we wouldn't be able to talk.
But we didn't actually realize we were twins until we were 3. And we had in our bathroom like a floor-length mirror, and we were both standing there looking at it. And I look at myself in the mirror, and then I turn and look at her. And she looks at herself in the mirror, and she turns and looks at me. And we both turn and look at our mom and go, Mommy, she looks like me. Yeah, we didn't really realize it until we were 3, and then we were like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever.
Well, our punishment when we were little is we'd have to stand on a carpet and hug each other.
My parents, they get us confused all the time. My mother is actually getting okay at it, but my dad, yeah.
My oldest daughter looked at me and said, Daddy, Mommy said it's going to be twins. And I said, oh, Mommy's just kidding. And when we left the doctor's office and went into the hallway, she showed me the ultrasound pictures, and my jaw hit the ground, and I dragged it all the way across the street going back to work. It was quite a shock.
Our cousins are 4 days younger than us, and they're twins as well. So when we were born on October 28th, we were twins, and my aunt was pregnant at the same time with my
My mother and my aunt actually had the same due date, but they ended up being born a little late, and we ended up being born a little early. So my grandmother went from 1 grandchild to 5 grandchildren in 4 days.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, it's funny.
Down up.
Up in the air.
Yes. Jump up.
Jump up. See, it flew out the window. See the window? Well, you know, you have to double think everything. 2 high chairs, 2 cribs, 2 sets of food, 2 everything, and it does add to the planning when you're going on a trip, because you've got to plan for 2 babies, not just 1.
We're pretty alike. I mean, we like to do different things, kind of. We have different sports that we play, but we're pretty alike in how we dress and eat and talk and think.
I can see the difference between us. Apparently other people can't.
When they were really little, and we would take them, take them to church, and my wife would be holding one baby and I'd hold the other. And somebody behind us would sneeze or cough, and the noise would make them both turn their heads at the same time to look behind, and when they did that and those two little faces just turned around to the people at the same time, the people back behind us, you could just hear them cracking up back there and laughing because they just couldn't keep a straight face, and it was fun.
Frequent questions that people ask us probably go along the lines of, most frequent question, which one are you?
If we have telepathy, yes, we get that one all the time.
Can you read each other's minds? Do you feel each other's pain? When you look in the mirror, are you confused? It's like, is that me or is that my twin? No.
And
if we think the same thing.
we don't. Well, we can, okay, well, you can't read their mind, which is like what they say, but you can, you know what they're thinking.
Yeah,
You know what they're thinking. Like, when they like say
like
something,
the little looks like.
you know exactly what they're thinking.
Exactly.
If one of you gets hurt, does the other one feel pain?
Which is totally, completely not true.
I thought it was. No, it's not. Okay.
Well, we have kind of the same experiences, like the same memories, even though it didn't happen together. How do I elaborate that? It's like, oh, here's an example. Okay, when I was in 4th grade, my teacher made an April Fool's joke on us, and I remember one person was crying and saying it wasn't funny, and I know it was in my class because we looked it up in the yearbook afterwards, and she was in my class. But Bridget remembers it the exact same way, and we did described it, and there was the same seat and everything. So we don't know why that happens, but it does.
We are not the same person.
The message I would say is that everyone always counts us as one, and it's really annoying because we're two different people, and so sometimes I like it, but most of the time I'm just we're two different people. When people say
They
did something, or both of them said something, or they agree with something, and it's only one of us, we get mad because obviously only one of us did it, and they just count us as two, which is just.
And then the other one gets in trouble because of what someone does.
How often do I get them mixed up? Less than I used to. However, I still do at times. It just depends sometimes on how they look, how their angles are, if they've got their hair kind of a little different. I'm used to seeing Bridget with hair one way and Colleen with the other, and if they happen to switch or if they're wearing each other's clothes or whatever, I still get them mixed up more than I should.
To those people who think twins are the same person, I say, shut up. That's what I say.
Because I'm a vegetarian and Claire's not. We get asked.
Yeah, we get asked lots
Well,
of
you're
questions.
twins, so both of you should be vegetarians, or both of you should eat meat, not one or the other. And we're like, okay.
Not true.
I find being a twin enjoyable because there's always someone there for you, and so you know you can trust them with anything, and you're never really alone.
I guess if one of them dies, you get the other one's stuff. I mean, that was a joke.
You always have someone to hang out with. You get to share some things, which is pretty cool.
You're never alone. You always have someone to talk to.
It's like a built-in best friend.